I will open it up for cross-examination from the staff. Do you have any questions, Mr. Gutierrez? Okay. I will open it up from the opponents to cross-examine Mr. Gutierrez. Is there any of the opponents that would like to cross-examine Mr. Gutierrez? Yes, ma'am. Please step up to the microphone.
And Madam Mayor, if it helps, I spoke to Ms. Sloan, and if it would be helpful, we could have the witnesses actually come over here and sit here when they're being questioned. That way you'd have one person with the microphone there and one over here.
That's fine, and we get everything on the recording.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I just have to satisfy my own curiosity. Did you, were these the exact same plans that were submitted in 2008? No?
Another one?
There you go.
No, they're not.
So this was not the same sub-7 subdivision subplot that, or subdivision that was applied for in 2008 for Mr. Nelson?
Mr. Nelson was, I think, a summary plat, and it would, honestly, I didn't even come to any hearings for that.
Were you involved with it, or was
My
Centerline?
company did a survey, plat survey.
So were you aware that those plans were deemed inadequate and that the applications were insufficient, and were you involved with that at all?
No, we filled out applications, and
Uh-huh.
Mr. Nelson paid some fees, and we paid some fees on behalf of Mr. Nelson. We did everything that we were asked to do.
Okay, but you were involved with that.
As far as, it's exactly what I said,
Okay.
we supplied the survey, is really what it came down to, and we didn't fill out the application, I believe that was.
So these were
Mr. Nelson's.
completely new plans that were drawn up for Mr.
Oh,
Merritt?
yeah.
Okay.
Any other opponents have any cross-examination for Mr. Gutierrez?
Brad Grauer. I was curious, you said a 5-lot subdivision, and I believe on the record the initial application was for a 6-lot subdivision, is that correct?
It's 5 new lots. Yes.
So it's 6 total on
It's
the...
a 6 total, yes.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. So it is a 6-lot total subdivision, and I noticed that you consistently said that none of the variances that you've requested, none of the city code that you do not want to have to comply with would break this project, that it is financially, economically feasible if it follows all the requests required by law. So I'm curious as to why we're even here having this discussion on these requests.
I don't think I said that. I think that I said that we went for it for specific reasons. We went for those variance requests. I cannot speak for whether or not it will break it from a financial standpoint. When they asked me the question about why, don't we widen it to the full 36 feet, it will cost a lot of money. And that is an issue when we're only doing a 5-lot addition to what's existing there. It's not a huge moneymaker of a project, and so we do try to save money on certain things.
Okay, so there is financial concerns regarding actually putting in the necessary infrastructure as required by city code.
Yeah, yes, there is, and I believe it's in minutes from several meetings.
Well, then I don't understand how you as an engineering firm could look at our city code and know in advance that those existed and those were requirements in this municipality, and then move forward on a project with the full knowledge that those were going to be required if those were significant enough to cause financial difficulty. This just reminds me so much of Mr. Neal. I can't help it. I mean, you knew what
I
you
don't know
were...
who Mr.
Do you
Neal
have a
is.
question, Mr. Brown?
I just asked him.
Well,
I don't know what
I
you
know
want me
what
to
you're-
answer, honestly.
If you knew in advance that the requirements of city code for infrastructure on the subdivision that you submitted, the application that you submitted, was significant enough to cause economic problems, why did you follow through?
We had met with the previous building inspector that that filled that position before. And we've done this, and we do this in several different municipalities, but it's called your code does not stipulate well for it at all. And it's called a conforming subdivision, and we go over the intent to subdivide the way that the existing neighborhood is subdivided, and to fit and conform with what's already there. And we thought that we could do that reasonably well and actually improve the area. So from our standpoint, it didn't seem like a bad decision. And we've done these under actually much larger restrictions in Las Cruces, in Arroyo, but their code has a facility for it. And at the time, I mean, we've gone through, starting with Chris knows, we've gone through several different building inspectors that fill that position. And for example, I wasn't aware that your codes were available online till the second commission meeting in this process. I wasn't even aware of that. And that's just one of the things that I've dealt with doing business in different counties, and we learn as we go. At the place when we started, I believe it was made note that we didn't get the application until April. We were trying to get the application in very much so before that. And it was just the way things were at that point in time. And honestly, we feel, from certain points, we felt just as much, you know, I don't know how to say it, but victim to the disorganization that existed because of positions changing as when we were starting the process. So that's all I can say to that.
All right, thank you.